Hi guys, today we are talking more Runway Rogue and we're diving into their brand new liquid lipstick line, Velvet Glam. So if you want to see the swatches and which colors I use to create this look, then stick around and let's do some makeup. Velvet Glam. It's Runway Rogue's newest product, and I was really super fortunate to get these colors in so that I can play around with them, have some fun with them, and share them with you guys before they hit the market. Now, what makes these Velvet Glams different than the other two liquid lipsticks that Runway Rogue carries is their softness and the the semi-matte finish that you get with them. And they're predominantly nudes. There's like sort of like a plummy one and a red one in there, but they have some of the best nudes that I've seen in a long time. So I'm just gonna jump right into those. So we've got 6 different colors. Starting in no particular order, this is Minimalist. Now, the difference you might ask between liquid lipstick and regular lipstick, what's the difference? Liquid lipsticks are long wear lipsticks. They are designed to last until you take them off. Put them on in the morning, wear them all day, take them off when you get home with makeup remover. So you can drink, you can eat, and it won't budge. Traditionally, to get them to stay that long, there was a lot of alcohol in them, which made the lips feel very dry. But as with all things, technology progresses, and Patricia Hartman is leading that way with her Runway Rogue lip care products. These have a beautiful, sumptuous, lustrous feel on the lips. They're not drying, they don't get cakey, and it replaces a lip liner and a lipstick. So let's start off with Minimalist. We'll do a quick swatch test here. And they smell like vanilla icing. You guys, this is so good. You have to try these. All right, so first one, Velvet Glam. This one is Minimalist. And this one, think of your perfect pinky nude. It is just, it's perfection. It's sublime perfection. I love this color. It's so versatile. And you still can use lip pencils underneath liquid lipsticks. Just make sure that you're using a pencil that's dark enough that it's going to show through the heavier coverage of the liquid lipstick. Point for the day. Next one, Runway Queen. This is a really nice, true red to me. It's not too blue. It's not too orange. And for those that want like a classic, I'd say like a classic 50s red lip, this is going to be the liquid lipstick that you want to go with. It's just a gorgeous red. Sexy, looks amazing under this. If you wanted to create more of like an Oxford blood color, use the Strut lip pencil underneath the Runway Queen liquid lipstick. It's absolutely gorgeous. Moving on, Photogenic. This is another pale nude color. And the thing that's nice about the Velvet Glams being nude is pearl is sparkly and the silk is shiny. The velvet is semi-matte, and those semi-matte finishes work really well with the nude lip colors. So well done. And I also have to say the texture of these, I mean, the smell I've already commented on, I've always loved the smell, but the texture of these Velvet Glam liquid lipsticks are almost creamy like a traditional lipstick, but you still get the long wear benefits of it. You just want to make sure that you give it a good 5 minutes to dry down. That way it won't move on you and you won't ruin your beautiful application. Now this one is a little bit darker than, I think it was Minimalist that we did, Minimalist. But it's still in the same family, the same undertone. So you've got Minimalist up here, and then you've got Photogenic down here. This, to me, this is like a traditional spice color from MAC. This is going to look good mostly on people who have a warmer skin tone because it does have a little bit of that peachy undertone. But if you really look closely, there's almost like a secondary undertone it's kind of like a pinky mauve-y tone. That's where it's going to be good for the cool skin tone colors. So this is a beautiful beigey, we'll call it a neutral pink because it looks good on both skin tones. If you didn't see the last video where I was swatching the lipsticks, we were talking about warm and cool tones. It depends. It's not your complexion. It's the undertone. It's the contributing pigment that creates the complexion. And you're either going to be a warm, a cool, or if you're lucky enough, you can be in the middle like a neutral, which means you can wear either undertone. The best way to know what undertone you are is if you look better in gold jewelry, then you're a warm. If you look better in silver jewelry, then you're a cool. And if you look good in both, then you're a neutral. So moving on, I like the name of this one. Call My Agent. Link is in the bio. This one is a dark, it's like a brown burgundy. It's a very striking, I'm gonna say, it's not purple. Well, I'll let you guys look and you see. There's definitely purple undertone. I think this is going to be better for a cooler undertone person, but it's got such great, beautiful depth. When you want a dark lip, but maybe you're bored with like a red lip and you don't want to do something as crazy as like a dark purple lip, this is going to give you a little bit of a paler Oxford blood color. So there's a little bit of brown, there's a little bit of purple. At the depth of it is just so gorgeous. It's like a chocolate truffle color. I love this one, and this is excellent for an evening out. And these are great for going to dinner because they're long wear lipsticks. So you can wear these, you can go to dinner, you can drink your wine, you can have your gorgeous meal, and your lips aren't going to go anywhere. The only time that you'll have to go to the bathroom to touch them up is when you just need an excuse to get up from the table for a minute. So I would always have one of these in your purse or your pocket when you're going out to eat or drink. Glam Squad, second to last in the lineup here for our swatches. Glam Squad is going to be a little bit more of a sort of like a dusty mauvey pink. So this one's excellent for cooler skin tones because it has that sort of muted rose, mauvey rose color to it. It doesn't have a lot of red. And you might be thinking, well, pink is just a pale red and red's a warm color. And it is, but something changes with undertones depending on the level of lightness and darkness. The darker a color is, we're going to get academic for a minute. The darker a color is, the more blue it has in it. The lighter a color is, the more yellow it has in it. And then the mid-range tones have more red in them, because every single color that we see is made up of three primary pigments: red, yellow, and blue. Every other color that you see is made up by creating that color using a combination of these three pigments. Blue is the darkest, yellow is the lightest, and then red is in that mid-range. So when you're looking in terms of lightness and darkness, the darker you go, naturally more cool that color is going to be because of the amount of blue that's going to be in it. And then the reverse for paler shades, they're going to tend to be a little bit warmer because they're going to need more yellow to create that level of lightness. So that's some beauty school and 20 years of being a colorist behind the chair. That's some information that's coming at you from me. So this one can be a cooler color, even though it's a pink, because to get it to this level of darkness, they had to add some blue in there, and blue is the most dominant. So anytime you've got something that has a little bit of blue in it, which a lot of times pinks do, you're gonna cool that color down a little bit. Moving on to my favorite. This one is called 90s Nude. I mean, if there was ever a color that was created for me, this is it. The color, the name, it is the pinnacle of nude, and dare I even say 90s nude colors. It's got just the right amount of like brown taupe with more of that pinky undertone. And because taupe it's a beige, and what is a beige? It's a muted gold, like think khaki. It's gold, but it's muted down. And this one is a perfect example of having a muted nude color. So you can see, hopefully, the reflect that this has. This is just an absolutely gorgeous color. I think it works well on both skin tones. It's kind of right there in the middle. I think that you get a little bit of a pink undertone when the light hits it one way, and then when the light hits it another way, you see a little bit of the pinks start to fire through, or sorry, not the pink, but the yellow from the beige. So you've got yellow and you've got a little bit of a pink undertone in there. So they're working together to create a more neutral effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a lip using two of these colors. We're obviously going in with 90s Nude, which is this guy down here. And then on top of that, to create some extra dimension and a little bit of a fuller bee-stung lip in the center, we're going to put Minimalist on top of it. I will say this, the other liquid lipsticks dry in about 3 to 5 minutes. They will not budge. The Velvet Glams, because they're a softer formula, you're gonna need a little bit more time for them to dry down. Don't try to wipe your lips to test it. It's like nail polish. The surface will be dry, but it can still be soft underneath. You really wanna give this one time to set up. Now, I like that one because if you want to do a second color, if you want to do a lip pencil after the fact and blend in, which you definitely can do with liquid lipsticks, it gives you that little bit of extra time to continue to work with it. So let's start with 90s Nude. I don't have anything on my lips except just a little bit of my face makeup. And we're going to go ahead and put this on. Rub my lips together. And then I can just go a little bit over my natural line like that. And then what I like to do, as I said, because this one does take a little bit longer to dry down, you have a little bit of time to play with it. So I like to take my lip smudge brush from Real Techniques and just kind of work the edge in. And then I'm going to go in with a pencil for a little extra definition. So I'm going in with Chic. I don't need something dark because I don't really want to change the color. I just need a little extra definition around the edge of the lips to make them stand out. And the nice thing about using the liquid lipstick and just rubbing your lips together is that it gives you something, an outline to actually trace with your liquid or with your lip pencil. I like to double my coats up. So I'm going to go in again with my 90s Nude. Now that I've got the pencil on there. And then we'll give this just a second to kind of dry down a little bit. Then we're going to go in with Minimalist. And this one I'm really just going to kind of place in the butt of the lip. And that's just going to create a little bit more lightness on the inside of the lip, which makes the lip pop forward, because whenever you have light colors, they're going to reflect light. Darker colors are going to absorb light. So it creates the illusion of a more three-dimensional lip because it looks like the center of my lip is actually fuller and coming out more than the outside corners of my lip. So we've got all of our swatches here, and then I've picked my two favorite to put those on my lips here. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those downstairs. Please don't forget to subscribe, and if you can, hit that little notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks. Bye.